Alright guys, welcome here. Today I'm going to be breaking down how to name any chord at all on the piano, how to form a chord and how to give it the exact name that it has. Okay, and over the past weeks a lot of students have reached out to me on regarding the concept of breaking down chords, strictly this is not for application of chords, but this is for naming chords. So have that at the back of your mind. But probably my next tutorial I'll be teaching you how to apply any chord, how to say any chord and apply it in the right way and tell why you did it and how you did it. You understand? Not just to play the chord, but how to apply it. But today this is naming of chord, how to name any chord. You can even form your own chord at the end of the tutorial and name it. It's very simple. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so go in naming any chord at all. The first three chords that you should know at the back of your mind are your major chord, your minor chord, and your diminished chord. We all know your major chord. Now I'm going to break down everything in the key of C. Okay. Now your major chord is actually your 1, 3, and 5, which is your do, mi, so, right? That's very popular chord, right? And your minor chord is when you flatten. Flattening means bring something downward. For example, this is key G. To flatten it means bring it downward. So this is the flat of G is F sharp. Now the flat of F sharp is F. So flattening means just bring something downwards, just by your own, just like by a semitone. Okay, so we have this note. The major chord is 1, 3, 5. The minor chord means flatten only the third. What's the meaning of third? Now your letter name for your major scale is your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? Or you can call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 1, 3, 5. At the same time, flattening your third means you're bringing out the third. So this is your minor. Your minor is your 1 plus 3 and 5. Now mind you, I said plus 3. Why? Because it's now flat of the third, right? Now, if I want to get my diminished chord is my 1 flat 3, and this is a 5, right? So but it's not going to be 5, it's going to be the flat 5. So 1 flat 3 and flat 5. All right. So now this chord will give us the foundation of naming any chord at all. Okay. Now from my major chord, there's a popular chord which is the dominant 7 chord, right? The dominant 7 chord is formed by only adding the flat 7th to the major chord. So if I have, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This 7, once I flatten the 7, okay, when I flatten the 7, I have my dominant chord here already. Okay, do, mi, so, do, 1, 3, 5, flat 7, right? Now, what if I now decide not to add the 7, just use the 7 directly? Now, this is a major 7. Major 7. This is a major 7 chord, right? But if I'm flattening this, I call it dominant. It's called dominant 7, right? Now, what if I now decide to flatten my 5th? Now, this is very simple. This is actually a dominant 7, right? But I flatten the what? 5. So we call it dominant 7 flat 5. Wow, why did I think of that? All right, so for this chord I have, right? And then I did this, meaning that for my flat 7, for my dominant, I flatten the 5, which is dominant 7 flat 5. Okay, if I decided to, from this dominant chord, to flattening the third. Now this is not a dominant 7 anymore. Look at the first structure of the chord. What is the chord starting with? A minor chord, right? And what am I adding? The 7th, the flat of the 7th. So this is a minor 7th chord. This is a minor 7th chord, right? But if I am adding the main 7th note, this is a flat 7, this is 7th. Please, if you have any question, drop in the comment section. I'll make sure I attend to it. I'll respond to every question in the comment section. Okay, so now look at this chord. What if I decided to, instead of playing the minor 7th, I now played the main 7th, the 7th note. Now, what can this chord be? Who can guess what this chord will be? This is actually a minor. This one is a special chord which we call the minor major 7th. Okay, minor major 7th chord is actually a chord that is formed by playing the minor chord and adding the major 7th. Now, why is it major 7th? Because it's found on the major scale. on the major scale. So minor with the major seventh, not the flat seventh. The flat seventh is a minor seventh. Okay. I'll teach you extended as we go further. Okay, on this same video. So now from here, imagine I'm playing my major chord and then I am sharpening the fifth. The sharp of the fifth on a major chord is called augmented chord. Augmented chord. So I have, right, which we have only 4 of it on the piano. All right. So this is an augmented chord. Now for this augmented chord, I can choose to add the seventh. This is now called an augmented seventh chord. Okay, an augmented seventh chord. Okay, what if I flatten the fifth again? What is this chord again? Who can remind me? We know that this is the dominant seven, which is the major with the seventh note, right? And then for the augmented seven means you're playing an augmented chord. Augmented is your do, mi, si, or 1, 3, sharp 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, and this is sharp. Sharp means the forward. This is 5. Flat means the backward. Sharp means the forward. Flat means the backward. So I have this. All right. So I have this. Okay. Now let's move forward. What if I'm now getting my chords from the diminished? Okay, mind you, there's a difference between diminished and diminished 7. Okay, a diminished 7 chord is your 1, flat 3, and flat 5. But your diminished 7 chord is your 1, flat 3, and flat 5 added with your 6. So if I'm adding the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm adding 6 to the diminished chord, I have diminished 7. Okay, this is diminished and this is diminished 7. Now, what if I play a diminished chord with this? What will you call this? Who can guess in the comment section? It's very simple. You can write those days writing different chords down on the book and then trying to understand it myself, and that's why I got it. Now, this chord is actually called. Who can tell me? I can give you 2 names for this chord. That's why when you're naming chord, there are different options that you can just call the chord, and you are actually very correct. Understand? There are several options that you can give to that chord, and you'll be very, 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 very correct. Okay. Now this chord is actually called. Remember when we played this, we said this is minor with the major 7, right? Now this is diminished with the major 7, so we won't call it diminished major 7. This is minor major 7 flat 5. We flatten the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is minor major 7 flat 5. We flatten the 5. Or think of the name. So this is a minor major 7 and flat 5. Okay, you can also what if I play this? I can say this is a minor major 7 sharp 5, right? Or if I want to go extended, I can say this is an A flat sharp 9. Okay, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that. A flat sharp 9, or we can call it C, but I'm not doing that here. I'm giving you the symbol format. Okay, now still on my diminished chord. If the diminished chord I added this, what will you call this? This is no longer a minor major 7 again, right? This is now a what? This is a minor 7 flat 5. Remember, because this is minor. Remember, what am I flattening? The 5. So it's just for you to think, okay, this is a minor chord. The first chord is a minor chord, the second chord is a diminished chord, or whatever. Then you get, oh, what does that chord look like? What's the nearest chord to that chord? This chord is actually very near to minor 7. So this is a minor 7. Remember, your minor 7 is gotten by add your 7th, flat 7th to your minor. So minor 7th, this is minor 7th, right? Then flat 5. Or we call it half diminished, not diminished now. We call it half diminished. All right, so I can also call this an half diminished. So C half diminished. Okay. Now, what if, okay, very good. There's another chord, which is this. Now, this chord is called the major 6th. I'm adding 6 notes to the major chord, major 6, right? But what if I do this? This chord is called 6/9 chord. This is 6/9, or we call it 6/9. We call it 6/9, or we call it 6/9 chord. So this is C6/9 chord. It's very, very, very simple to understand. Okay. Now this is going to a, what do you call it now? A higher, your extended note. Okay. All right. So let me go into the advanced part. A more advanced part is actually when you start adding extended note. Extended note means you're adding notes that are actually higher than the major 7. So now look at this major 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So any notes that are higher than this is the extended, extended higher than it. Okay. Now because higher than it, I can say I'm playing my major, right? And adding this. Very simple. This is a ninth. So this is what we call C add ninth. C major add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Major add ninth. Now for your minor, for your dominant, imagine I'm playing the dominant and I'm adding a 9. What will you call it? It's a C because this is C dominant, right? You can call it C7. We can call it C7 if you want. Okay, we can call it C dominant 7. If I'm adding ninth, this is a C dominant 9, or we call it C9. Okay, but if I'm flattening the ninth, what will I call it? There's a C7 flat 9, or we say C dominant 7 flat 9. This is a dominant flat 9. The reason I'm adding C because I'm playing in the key of C. So the reference key has to be stated. Okay, so now if I'm playing the augmented 7 with this, what will you call this? Look at think of that. Okay, so this is an augmented 7. Remember, augmented is your 1, 3, and sharp 5, right? Now when you add the 7 to become augmented 7. Okay, now adding this is sharp 9. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the flat of the 9. This is 9. This is sharp of the 9. Sharp means forward, flat means backward. So if I'm doing this, so this is actually augmented 7, then sharp 9. This chord is very familiar. All of you that are like using this chord. Okay, let's continue. Now, that's not about that. But what if I'm playing in reference to my minor 7, to my minor chord as an extended? I'm playing this. This is a minor 7, right? You have to look at the structure of the first part. This is the first part. And then I added this. I added 9 and 11. 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So what do you call this? Because it's based on a minor chord. And this is a minor 7, minor 9, minor 11. So this is C minor 11, actually. Okay? Now from this C minor 11, what if I choose to do this? You can tell me what this is. This is very simple. Now this is actually 60 C minor 11 flat 5. I'm only flattening the fifth note. That's all. How about this? What will you call this? You can say this is a C. What will you call it? Okay. Now say this is a C minor 11 sharp 5. Okay. And what do you call this? This is very simple. I want you to know how to call it yourself now. This is a major dominant. I'm adding the 7. That's a dominant. So because I'm adding 9, this is dominant 9. So what we now call this? So this C dominant 9. I'm adding the sharp of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the sharp of 11. And what if I now play this? Very simple. This is dominant 7, sharp 9, sharp 11. Dominant 7, sharp 9, sharp 11. And then, let me see we'll get this. We need to talk about this one. What if I'm doing this? What is this? Think of the answer. This is a minor sixth. Why? Because this is a major, right? We added this. We said this is a major sixth. Now we are flattening the third. This is a minor sixth chord. So adding the 9, we call it minor 6 slash 9. Okay, this is very, very, very simple. Minor 6 slash 9 chord. Yep. I think I'm going to stop there for now. You can place any chord for me in the comment section. I'm going to break that down, tell you the name, I'm going to come up with a tutorial of it, understand, and tell you what the real structure is. If you have any issue understanding this so far, please write in the comment section because it's very simple. Remember, your three structures are your major, minor, and diminished. All right. So then, if you add your seventh to your major, it become your dominant. Flattening stuff become a flat. Okay, this now your major, dominant seven flat five. Flatten the five. You can also sit down on your own and just play any random chord and give it any name and start giving it not any name, give it a name that suits it. All right. You can write the names of the keys in that chord, post in the comment section, and I'll give you the exact name for it. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press the subscribe button. Know your craft.